Inch by inch and row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground.
David Mallett was just 24 years old when he wrote the Garden Song. The song came to him while planting in the garden with his father. The rest of it just fell into place, according to an interview with the Portland Press-Herald. It was covered by many musicians, and John Denver's version made it onto the national charts.
The song's success changed his life. It allowed him to move back to Maine from Nashville and raise his family. David Mallett has died. His son Luke confirmed the death with the Bangor Daily News.
David Mallett wrote many songs in his 73 years and was proud that his sons followed in his footsteps, forming the Mallett Brothers Band.
Well, the first gig I saw him at, saw how they worked on stage, how their band worked, and I never had a band. Most of my gigs, well, I had bands, but I never had a rock band with, that kind of volume, and I saw how well they handled that kind of power. It was pretty impressive.
And like their father, the brothers were inspired to write about what was around them.
There's a line in a song, there's a song on the new record that kind of directly correlates to this place, but there's a line about, and we race our cars on down to the lake and back and party in the parking lots, and that's literally exactly what we were doing when I was growing up. Oh, we raised right in the field.
They sure did.
Big
We always
old
had bonfires.
I remember my folks screaming at me from the house in the window, telling us to quit. I won't say it.
I remember that famous phrase.
I know, I won't say it. It was
well,
a famous
your buddies
phrase
were
in my
throwing
high school.
freaking gasoline on the fire, so.
Yeah, that was it though.
Don't do that.
No, he screams at
his voice comes out.
Top of his lungs, quit with the fire. And the rest of my high school career, that's what all my friends would say. It just became the thing.
To this day, friends are welcome to stop by anytime.
We roll in here with 7 to 10 people on a regular basis. And just kind of flop on the floor at 2 in the morning, and there's always something to eat.
When the band comes, it's a blast.
Chowder on the stove.
Yeah, there's always something.
Yeah.
David's own success aside in folk music, there is no bigger fan of the Mallett Brothers Band than their father,
These guys' songs blow me away.
who never pushed them into the industry, but certainly supported them.
This is where Luke and I started our radio DJ career, making little tapes out at camp, passing the day.
I always made a point of having guitars around, like in tune, different sizes, shapes. They were always kind of laying around, and I remember saying, if you guys learn how to play a guitar, you can always make a little money somewhere. Too many people looking down, too many closed up factory towns.
That advice turned out okay. Now even Dad looks for some advice from the boys here and there.
I always felt like if I give these guys something to finish up, they'll finish it up,
We like to drag him on stage at the rowdiest shows.
I think.
Real late.
Oh yeah, I get up quite a bit.
We make him stay out late.
Yeah, I do.
On
It
stage.
stays out too late. That's the trouble.
There aren't enough kids that get to grow up with this perspective and feeling like this is a legitimate thing that you can do with your life and it's not a waste of your time. I think there's less and less and less of that all the time, which is kind of a scary thought. And for us, it was the opposite. Like, we got to see it work and we got to see it happen and we all survived. Nobody starved, nobody froze.
Yep.
Not yet. But it just made it feel possible, and I think that kind of set the course.
Such a talented man, and I was glad to find out a really great man when I caught up with the Mallett family at their home in Quebec in 2018. I'm certainly thinking of his wife, his daughter, and his sons today, and tributes are pouring in from the local music scene all the way to the governor's office.
And while part of Mallett's legacy will always be the Garden Song, which appeared on the Muppets, there are surprisingly few recordings of it. One of them, though, is in our archives. You heard some of it at the start of this segment right here. And we will leave you this half hour with a little more of it. Thanks for watching.
Plant your rows straight and long.
temper them with prayer and song. And Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. And an old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. And in my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. And inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground.